Hi, this is Mrs. Robertson, and we are getting ready to do one of our last lessons in our Everyday Math Journal, Lesson 8-9. We're doing the math boxes on page 383. So let's go over the answers you should have had. You will be allowed to use a calculator, and later on I'll allow you to get up and get one if you don't have one already. You will be allowed to use a calculator on your test next week. All right, in problem number 1, Geneva recently flew from Chicago, Illinois to Dublin, Ireland. The total flying time was 7.5 hours. The total distance is 3,667.5 miles. What was the average speed of the plane? Miles divided by hours. That's what you're going to do to find the speed. Make sure you write that down. 3,667.5 divided by 7.5. You would do that operation on your calculator and get 489 miles per hour. Now make sure you write so that you know that you divide in this problem. And miles per hour. The division line there is like stands for the P, per, means you divide. Miles divided by hours. That's what you do. Okay, in number 2, I just use the distributive property using addition instead of subtraction. So I said this is the same thing as 7 times 20 plus 7 times 8. And that'll be 140 plus 56. And that gives you the answer 196. Now you could have done it the subtraction way like this. 7 times 30 minus 7 times 2, because 30 minus 2 is 28. And you would have 210 minus 14 equals 96. But I'll be honest, I think it's easier to add 140 to 56 than to subtract 14 from 210. Oh, I forgot the 1. Okay, I just think this is the easier way. That's why I did it that way and not the subtraction way. And you didn't have to do B. Now let's go to math box number 3. We are doing math box number 3, or what I did is the way you would do it if you were an 8th grader and you had variables on both sides. The first thing that I would do is say, oh, I have a C on both sides. I have to get rid of one of the C's. So I'm going to get rid of 2C because 5C minus 2C is 3C. Otherwise, you'd get a negative number, and it's not fun to do negative numbers yet because you've not been taught how to do them. Now you all know how to do the two-step equations. To get rid of a plus 1, you minus 1. You end up with 3 times C equals 6. To undo multiplying by 3, you divide both sides by 3, and you get the answer C equals 2. My check step is up here. I replace C with 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 2 times 2 is 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. Yep, it checks. There's the check step. Any questions on how to do those problems? All right, let's go to number 4. This one is a tricky problem. It wants you to graph everything that's not equal to 0. Well, that's everything but 0. So what do? You put an open circle on the 0, and you have an arrow going to all the numbers bigger, and you have an arrow going to the left for all the numbers smaller. Any questions on how to do that one? It's pretty easy now, isn't it? It was tricky, though. All right, in number 5, we're going to find the volume. What times itself 3 times is 343? Well, in second period, we guessed right. They guessed 7. I didn't think that would be right, but it was. We know it has to be less than 10 because 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So then someone said, let's try 7. 7 times 7 is 49, and 49 times 6 is 49 times 7 is 343. All right, so then it wants you to find the surface area. A cube has 6 faces: the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the right, the left, and they all have the same area. 7 times 7 is 49. So, to find the surface area, you take 6 times 49, and that gives you 294 inches squared. Any questions? In number 6, you should have B and C circled. Why? Well, 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 minus 2 is 10. That's not bigger than 15. 3 times 14 is 42, minus 2 is 40. Yep, 40 is bigger than 15. 6 times 3 is 18, minus 2 is 16. Yep, 16 is bigger than 15. 5.5 times 3 is 16.5. Minus 2 is 14.5. Nope, that is not bigger than 15. Any questions on your bell work? Okay, now let's go and look at the lessons here. We're not going to do, I just want to go over a few things about how to use a spreadsheet. Have you had spreadsheets in computer science? Not really? Okay. First of all, does everyone know how to find something by using the cell numbers to get them, the letters and the numbers? All right. When reading a spreadsheet, kids, let's say I want to locate this. Each thing is called a cell. I want to locate this cell. You go over the top. It's B3. So this is in cell B3. That's how you locate cells. Today, we're going to talk about how to use a formula in a cell to get a certain result that we want. Okay? So I'm not going to really go any more on this one. So we're not going to do 379. Okay, on this one, our cells, again, as long as you all know how to find a cell on this. So if I wanted to talk about the cost for this breakfast here, that would be cell what? The one that I just circled in green. What cell is that answer going to be in?
D10.
D, A, B, C, D, and go down to 10. D10. So everyone knows how to read the cells? Okay, let's go to the next page. In this, we needed to use our student reference books. We're not going to get those out today because we don't have enough time. But if you have free time and you would like to do this on your free time, you could. The next page, analyzing data. We're just going to go ahead and practice, but we're going to go to this worksheet here. And then we'll talk about analyzing data later on. So, we're going to do the reviewing spreadsheets worksheet in just a moment. Okay, now everyone should have their reviewing spreadsheets worksheet in front of you. Make sure this is the side. It says reviewing spreadsheets is in front of you, not the other side. Now, let's go ahead and look at what we are going to be doing on this worksheet. It says, here is a part of a spreadsheet used to calculate the cost of art supplies. The supplies here are a canvas, and we are buying canvas panels and paint tubes. Use a spreadsheet program or a calculator to answer the questions. Now, you have a calculator to help you answer the questions on this. So let's begin. Number 1. What is the cost of one canvas panel? All right, so they have the word art supplies here, but it doesn't really tell what's in each thing. Here we have items. I'm just going to write the word items in this one. In cell A2, write items. Cell A2, write the word items. This tells you what's going to be there. This is the number of items you're going to buy. This is the cost per item. That slash means per item. And then this is the total cost that you're going to spend on canvas panels. All right? Now, in number 1, what is the cost of one canvas panel? You go to cell C3, and cell C3 says how much is it? $1.80. Okay, and that was found in cell C3. Now we're going to go to question number 2. In which cell would you enter a formula, and I'm going to show you how to do formulas in a little bit, to calculate the total cost of 4 canvas panels? So the total cost for 4 canvas panels would be under total cost. So it's going to be D what? D what? Canvas panels. What's the cost of total canvas panels? D3. Your D is total cost. Canvas panels is here. It's D3. Do you see how to locate D3? All right. Let's go on to number 3. In question number 3, what formula would you use to calculate the cost of the 4 canvas panels? To do the 4 panels, it's going to be, what you're going to do is put an equal sign for the first part of your formula. In order for it to work, put an equal sign, and you're going to use cell B3 times cell C3.
Did you do BC or B3?
I meant to say B3, but there was someone laughing and it caused me to be distracted. I'm very disappointed in that. So B3 times C3. I appreciate you catching my mistake early there. Now let's go on to number 4. In number 4, what formula goes in cell D5? D5. In that one, we're doing the total. Now, what do we do to get the total? You add this one plus this one. It's going to be a plus. All right? So it's going to be D3 plus D4 will give you what you need. So it's a formula, so put your equals. D3, and this time we are adding D4. And that would give you the total. Now let's go to number 5. And this is where you can use your calculator. In number 5, what is the total cost of 3 canvas panels and 7 tubes of paint? So you're going to take 3 times, how much is one canvas panel? $1.80. So 3 times $1.80 plus 7 times the tubes of paint. A tube of paint is $7.29 plus 7 of those tubes. 7 times $7.29. Write that on your paper. Now take a calculator and multiply those together. Write the product below what you have written. Use your calculator. So $1.80 times 3 should give you $5.40. $7.29 times 7 on your calculator should give you $51.03. Now you add those two numbers together to get the total cost. So $5.40 plus $51.03.
56.43.
$56.43. For the next problem, what would the total cost to purchase 5 of each item. So you're going to have 5 times $1.80 plus 5 times $7.29. Now use your calculator. Write your product for this here. Write your product for that one there. And then add those two answers. Yes. Yes, we're going to do that. Okay, what's 5 times $1.80? What did you get when you multiplied? $9 even, that's right. What did you get when you took $7.29 times 5? $36.45. So $9 plus $36, $45.45. Now the next problem I'm just going to give you the answer to because it takes too long to figure it out because you have to do a trial and error type thing. It says, if the total cost is $61.92, how many canvas panels and how many tubes of paint did you purchase? Okay, just write this answer down. Here we go. You're going to buy 2 canvas panels. And you're going to buy 8 tubes of paint. And when you do that, you will get exactly $61.92. Now, once you're done writing this down, I want you to turn the paper over, and we're going to do this problem here. And I just want you to choose which one. I'm going to read to you 2 situations. So let's go to the next side. It says, which would you rather have? Don's boss is offering him 2 choices to get paid for June. Choice 1 is to receive $10 on June 1st, $20 on June 2nd, $30 on June 3rd, and so on through June 30th. So he gets paid $10 more each day than the day before. All right. The other choice 2 is to receive 1 penny the first day, 2 pennies the second, 4 pennies the third, and so on. You double what you have each day. Which one? Predict which is a better plan. Write down 1 or 2 right now. Just it doesn't matter which one you choose, 1 or 2. All right. How many of you wrote down 1? How many of you think 1 is a really good deal? How many of you think 2 is a really good deal? All right. You probably talked to my second period class. 2 is a really good deal. Now, we're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, okay, you choose. We're not going to do this part here. We're going to go on to this part, doing formulas. Now, kids, pay close attention. Copy this down and don't lose this paper. You're going to want to save it. Okay. In cell B2, okay, first of all, draw a line so you see your choices. This is choice 1, and over here is choice 2. So this is choice 1's total. This is choice 2's total. Okay? So, the formula that you're going to do is B2, $10, plus 10. We had 10 to each one, right? So that equals C2 plus B3. Oh, I forgot to put the equal sign. So this equals C2 plus B3. And that would give you the answer, okay? And the answer is going to be $20. So on June 2nd, you get paid $20. On June 3rd equals B3 plus 10. So this is going to equal C3 plus B4. And you're going to get $30. In this one, on June 4th, it's going to be B4 plus the 10 again. So that equals C4 plus B5. So now they're up to $50. In the 5, you have B5 plus 10. So that would be C5 plus B6, and they're up to, that's $40. This one's $50. Okay, so on June 5th, you're at $50 total, or $50 you'll get paid on that day. Now we're going to go to the penny challenge here. The first day he gets paid 1 penny. The second day he's going to get D2 times 2. He's going to double it, right? And then this will be E2 plus D3. E2 plus D3. So here he gets 2 cents. Okay, because it's doubled. Now on the next one, oh yeah, my decimal point's in the wrong spot, 0.02, 0.02. Now on the next day, it's D3, 2 cents, times 2. So that equals E3 plus D4. So now 2 cents doubled is 4 cents, right? The next one, D4 times 2. Our formula is going to be E4 plus D5. 4 cents doubled is 8 cents. The next one, D5 times 2. So this will be E5 plus D6. And now he's up to 16 cents. So gosh, on June 5th, 16 cents, and the other guy is getting paid $50. This kid's not feeling too good yet, is he? Okay, so now what I want you to do, we're not going to do the rest. We're going to go ahead and we're going to need this whole side. All right, we're going to do 30 days. Everybody got your calculator ready? All right, so day 1, you get 1 penny. You're going to have to write it down towards the top. Now, you don't need a calculator. What's 1 penny doubled? 2 pennies on day 2. Day 3, 4 pennies. Day 4, day 5, 16 cents. Now, Mrs. Robertson messed up earlier, so you got to be careful on this. It's real easy to mess it up. What's 16 cents doubled?
32.
Write it down.
64. 128.
Shh, let's not blurt out too fast. I can't keep up with you. Now start doing your calculator. 64 cents times 2 is what?
154.
$1.28. $1.28. Now press times 2. What do you get?
254.
Oh no, kids. Put $1.28 times 2. So you don't, 1.28 times 2 is $2.56. Now don't do anything to your calculator. Let it stay up there. Now do times 2. $5.12. Now how many days do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is day 10, June 10th. We got to go 20 more days. Let's see how much they are making. So June 10th, he's still only making $5.12. Now, let's take it times 2 again. $10.24 times 2. $20.48. Keep on writing this down. Times 2. $40.48. 96 cents times 2. $81.92 times 2. $163.84. So June 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is June 15th. Halfway through, they're only at $163 a day. Now let's take it times 2. 300, now it's getting a little better. $327.68 times 2. $655.36 times 2. $1,310.72 times 2. $2,621.44. 16, 17, 18. That's day 19 times 2. We're at day 20. $5,242.88. That's day 20. Okay, we've got 10 more days before we're done. We're making good money now. It took a long time. At day 10, we're at $5.12. 10 days later, $5,000. Now let's double it. Times 2. $10,485.76 times 2. $20,000. This is all with pennies. That's a lot of pennies. $971.52 times 2. $41,943.04 times 2. $83,886.08. Kids, you need to have this written down. I'm going to be collecting this. Times 2. $167,772.16. Kids, that's day 21, 22, 23, 24, day 25. We have 5 more days to double. This is pretty much fun doubling at this level. Times 2. $335,544.32. Hey, we're not done. Times 2. $671,088.64. There are a couple of you I am disappointed in that you are not writing this down. There's not a good reason for you not to be able to do this. You need to know how to write large numbers. Times 2. 1,342,177.20. That is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We get to double it 2 more times. Times 2. $2,684,354.40. And are doubling it for the last time. Times 2. 5,530,000 or 368,708.80. So, kids, for choice 2, write down how much will you get paid after the 30th day. On that day, you get paid $5,368,709.12. Kids, if you added $10 to each day, you would get paid on the last day, you would get paid $300. So June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, you just add $10. So on the 30th day, you'd get paid $300, which at first that sounds like a good deal. And the penny, it's like, oh, it's just a penny. But when you double it, it grows quickly. Now, have this all written down?
Yes.
Now let's go to the next part. We need to be quiet. On the next part, number 4, if you have a spreadsheet program, find the total amount Don receives for both choices. Now, we didn't have a spreadsheet program for this. I just went ahead and added it. And altogether, if you did the $10 thing, you add them all together, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 and so on, you would get $4,650. Okay? Now, on the other one, if we added our pennies up for 30 days being doubled, your total amount that you would be paid on the doubling a penny is $10,737,418.23. There you go. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do, kids, listen, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. The next thing we're going to do, you're going to get tomorrow's worksheet. And you are going to do Unit 8. Okay. I am so disappointed that you kids are very disrespectful. This is published. Anyone in the United States can watch my videos. Anyone. And they hear me continuing to have to correct these. There are teachers all over the United States that say, oh, I want an everyday math video to help my kids learn. Well, they're hearing me telling you, you could be better. I know it's May and I know you could be better. Now, let's go on so we can get this done. And everyone in the United States that listens to this will know that I do have very good kids. You just are having problems focusing today. But now I have zapped all of you and you can all work well. I did not zap anyone. Okay, let's go on now and look at the paper you're going to get in a moment. There is a problem that deals with every lesson in your math journal, and it's going to help you to get ready for your test. We have decided, your teachers in 6th grade, that we will let you use even the review sheet to help you on this test that you're going to take. It's a 3-day test. Monday, Tuesday, and if you need Wednesday, you can have Wednesday, because that's how long it is. So you're going to get this worksheet. The only problem I want you to do is number 1. And you're going to draw a diagram of a garden. So you're going to get this paper, read it, and then you're going to draw a garden. All right? Okay, here's the answer to problem 1. You have a garden. 2 rows have pole beans. 3 rows have cucumbers. Each row is 20 feet long. There is a 2-foot space between rows around the edges. So you have to have 2 feet before you plant your seeds and 2 feet left over on each side. Pole beans must be planted 6 inches apart. These are the pole beans. Cucumbers are a foot. That means they're 12 inches apart. Okay? Sketch a diagram of the garden. Label your diagram and measure for the length of each side of the garden. Okay. Now we'll talk about those numbers over there later, but for right now, I'm not going to tell you how many dots to put. You have to figure out the dots. But 2 feet, 2 feet, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's how Mrs. Robertson got the 12 feet. And for this one, you have 2 feet and 2 feet, so that's 4 feet. And it says the rows are 20 feet long. So 2 feet plus 2 feet plus 20 feet gives you 24 feet. Now, you have to have 5 rows planted. 2 rows are of beans, 3 rows are of cucumbers. You have to figure out how many seeds to plant in each row. Once you have that finished, give me your paper and then you can have free time. Put your name on the paper right now at the top. I will in a moment. Now, if you notice at the top, you put your name. Now, this is my answer key. This is period 3 for this class. Your parent's signature needs to be on this so that they know you're taking a test coming up. And then you need to write down the test date is next week. So we're going to put down the test date is the 19th, 20th, and 21st. So it's May 18th. Let's see, not the 18th. May 19th, 20th, and if we need it, the 21st. Okay? So your parents know that there's a test coming up, and we have this, and I will give you all the answers on this. And we think we're going to let you kids use this on the test. Yeah.